News at 9 with Niles Newsman. Good evening. I'm Niles Newsman with Nile News at 9. The headlines tonight on this, the 89th day of the season of the harvest, 300 BC. Sculptor blames gigantic sneeze for mysterious Sphinx nose disappearance. Bread tops ancient Egypt's favourite foods poll for the 193rd year running. And Cleopatra's needle too big to sew with, claims disgruntled Theban housewife. But first, our special exclusive report. Princess Cleopatra, the niece of Pharaoh Rocher, has been arrested by the palace guard this evening after it was revealed that she attempted to steal all the gold and chocolate from the Chamber of Gold and Chocolate in the pyramid that was built by her uncle to be his tomb. Cleopatra captured 2 members of the public, Fluffy Tutu and Must Not Fret, and forced them to do all the dirty work, threatening them with dastardly punishments if they didn't do as she told them. Another member of the public, their friend, Hot Cheap Suit, managed to save them from the princess's evil plan and rescued them from the pyramid, and the 3 of them brought Cleopatra to justice. Here now, with a special report, is me from earlier today, pre-recorded. I'm joined here by Hot Cheap Suit, Must Not Fret and Fluffy Tutu, the 3 heroes of the hour. So tell me, what actually happened? Oh, I am terribly sorry. I'm not used to using microphones. They haven't been invented yet.
Oh, that's quite alright. I enjoyed the lie down anyway.
So what did happen?
Oh, it was so scary. You see, what happened was that I was late meeting my friends, Must Not Fret and Hot Cheap Suit, and I'm normally on time or early, but they were wondering where I was, and Must Not Fret had climbed up the Sphinx to see the view, but on his way down, he accidentally knocked off the Sphinx's nose.
Yes, no. I was late, and so was Hot Cheap Suit, for meeting up with Fluffy Tutu. But when we got to where we were meant to meet him, we found that he wasn't there anymore. Then, after I climbed up the pyramid to see if I could see him, I was almost hit by a flying amphora.
Oh yes, because by the time I had been kidnapped by Cleopatra, and she had made me open the pyramid so we could go inside, she knew the way and I didn't, so I couldn't escape. And while she was looking at the hieroglyphics to get directions to the Chamber of Gold and Chocolate, I found a vase.
Amphora,
and some papyrus and charcoal. So I quickly wrote a message to say what had happened, and then put it in the amphora, and then threw it out a little hole in the side of the pyramid.
Yes, and that's what nearly hit me. Then we read the message and found our way into the pyramid.
So, what happened then?
Well, we wandered through the corridors and chambers of the pyramid until the corridors split left and right. So Must Not Fret and I split up, and I went right and he went left.
Oh yes, but then Cleopatra and I had arrived at the chamber, where there were loads of things to make traps out of, like ropes and a hole and some old banana peels. And like that, there was a hole leaning on the wall, and she told me to put it on the ground so that they would fall into it, and she made a net so that it would fall on them. And then Must Not Fret came in and fell into the...
And I fell into the hole.
How harrowing. So Cleopatra captured you too?
Yes, but then Fluffy Tutu and I escaped, but not for very long, because we lost our way in the pyramid, so she caught us again.
How awful. Meanwhile, what was happening to you, Hot Cheap Suit?
Well, I heard their voices in the distance, echoing through the dark corridors of the pyramid, so I went towards them and looked in the chamber where the traps had been set. I could see from the footprints and by the way things had been left what had happened in there, and I saw that Must Not Fret and Fluffy Tutu must have escaped. But when I followed their tracks, I found that Cleopatra had captured them again, So I hurried the rest of the way to the Chamber of Gold and Chocolate and hid.
Yes, and when Cleopatra recaptured us, we'd run further from the chamber, so Hot Sheep Soup was able to get there before us.
I see. So what happened when you got to the chamber?
We found a coughing goose in there!
Sarcophagus.
Yes, a sarcophagus goose. And Cleopatra said she wanted us to use it to put the gold and the chocolate into it from the chamber once we were in there. So we had to pick it up. It was so heavy.
It was the sarcophagus that Pharaoh Rocher was planning to be buried in. It was mostly made from gold.
Yes, so Cleopatra wanted us to take that too. Once we got into the chamber, something amazing happened.
Ah yes, now, that had something to do with you, didn't it, Hot Cheap Suit?
Yes, I managed to get there before them, so I'd hidden in the sarcophagus because I knew that Cleopatra would have wanted to take that too, because it's very expensive. So when we were all in the chamber, I sneaked out with a net that I found in the chamber of traps, and I caught Cleopatra in it so we could escape.
And we did. And then we told Pharaoh Rocher about what his niece had done, and he was very angry with her, but very happy with us.
Yes, now he's making her do all the washing up every day for 10 years as punishment. And he has given us well-paid jobs and rewarded us with the gold from his sarcophagus. He's going to get a new one.
And Cleopatra, who loves having her nails beautiful, will have to have nasty nails from now on because of all the washing up.
Oh, my nails, they're ruined. Oh no, my nails.
An astounding story of a great escape, and one that will be filling the headlines of tomorrow's news papyri, and for the next few weeks, I'm sure. For Nile News at 9, this is Nile's Newsman. And now, back to me in the studio.